Hello, I'm Anne-Marie Trevelyan and I'm the Conservative parliamentary candidate for the constituency of Berwick upon Tweed. I'd like to represent the constituency of Berwick upon Tweed in Westminster because I believe that this area needs a really strong and effective voice. You have to shout louder to be heard if you're in the northeast than the rest of the country, and that's fine. And as many people will tell you, I have a very loud voice and I'm very, very stubborn about things that need fixing, and I don't take no for an answer easily. My agenda for Berwick upon Tweed is in the key main issues like investment in road transport. One of our key campaigns for the last 8 years has been persuading government to dual the A1 and making sure at a local level that council matters work. We pay our taxes and these things should work for people, so that's what I want to fight for. I want to be able to take up and resolve some of the key issues in housing stock and making sure that we're building the right sort of houses for the communities that will be with us in the next 50 to 100 years. And alongside that, to make sure that the technical infrastructure can support rural communities into the 21st century, because if we don't, those communities will be cut off. The A1 road here for 37 miles is left as a farm track with endless miles of queuing traffic, leaving businesses unable to develop and investment refusing to come to Northumberland. We must get it dual to make sure that we can see that investment. It's so important that we get this last stretch of the A1, the road from London to Edinburgh, we get it fully dual so that Northumberland doesn't become the dead end that it is for the moment for transport purposes. If we can actually open up this road so that transport moves up the east coast rather than taking freight on the west coast, we will see a huge investment, inward investment into the northeast and to Northumberland. This wonderful village of sea houses is just a small part of our huge area. It's in the centre of our long coastal strip and it's a busy, active little port. I'd like to introduce you to Captain Brabham, who's the harbour master here at Sea Houses. Philip, tell us a bit more about, what daily life is like here in Sea Houses.
Oh, in the summer it's very, very frantic with tourist trade and with an active fishing harbour as well.
Yes.
All has to be managed somehow. And during the course of all this, we're trying to get grants and assistance to improve the harbour.
So it's one of the challenges, I think, for this wonderful community is to make sure that this harbour stays genuinely living and doing what a harbour is supposed to do, both in terms of allowing fishermen to bring their fish and their lobsters in and out, and also reaching one of our country's unique spots, which is the Farne Islands, just out beyond us in the harbour. All the boats and all the tourists come in and out of this harbour, so making sure that we keep this place solid and working in all weathers.
Absolutely, and there's the upkeep of the place as well. We've made many improvements to the harbour and will continue to do so.
Yes, there are real challenges to representing such a diverse area as North Northumberland, from coastal issues like battling against the EU when we had terrible problems with discarding of fish, and we managed as a country campaigning together with these little ports standing up to actually change EU law, which was really exciting. It gives me hope that maybe we can see some change. If not, I think I'm inclined to say actually maybe we can do it better on our own. I'm enormously relieved that the Scottish referendum came out with a very strong no result. The border, which is simply a line on the map for those who live in Berwick and North Northumberland, will remain that way. There is no sense of difference between England and Scotland up here in borderlands, and we are thrilled and really encouraged that overall the Scottish people want to stay part of the United Kingdom with us in our little section of it. Rothbury is the most wonderful market town. Here we find all sorts of small businesses, from artisan tradesmen right through to high-tech digital businesses who can work here hand in hand in this wonderful, wonderful part of Northumberland where the quality of life is exceptional. My Broadband for Northumberland campaign's been running for nearly 3 years now, since the government agreed to invest a huge amount of money across the country in helping to get modern fibre broadband to every part of the country. The challenge we have in these rural parts of Northumberland is that it's never going to be economic. We've had to work incredibly hard to prove to BT and to the government who are investing that these places really do need that investment so that they can thrive and not be left behind in this digital revolution. I've been campaigning against industrial wind turbines being built across Northumberland's unspoilt rural landscapes for nearly 10 years now. We've battled and battled, in many cases successfully, to protect those landscapes for our children and for the future of Northumberland, where landscape and wild territory is a key part of what is our natural asset here. I'd like to introduce you to Abby, who's our wonderful new apprentice. As part of the government apprenticeship scheme, we've been able to take her on, supported by government, to learn about office management and to help me with a lot of my day-to-day letter writing and all the social media aspects of my campaigning work. It would be a huge honour to be able to stand up in Parliament and speak up for the communities who actually work day in, day out to keep this part of the country moving forwards.